Alright, alright, hey YouTube, Doomasrossi here, back with another video, and today, this is, how do I put this? It's basically just a bunch of older style premiums, from Hot Wheels, like before, the Garage Series in 2010, or, yeah, I would say 2010 kind of became the quote-unquote standard for what Hot Wheels Premium meant, even though that's evolved a little bit since then. This is kind of what it was before that point, plus a few extra other pieces here. So with that, this is all stuff that's going to be older than, like, this is all like 25 plus year old stuff too. Well, 20 and 25 years old. So with that, we'll go ahead and get into it. First up, from 2003 Hall of Fame line, we got 59 Cadillac. This is the custom 59 Cadillac casting I really, really like. That debuted, I think it was a 2002 new model. Might have been 01. Yeah, this is just, excuse me, this is just a release I didn't have of it yet, so we now do. And one thing we'll do too is there's other of the earlier 59 Cadillac casting that they had. We can do a quick little comparison on here and show why I like this one well more than the other one. Actually, I will say the other ones I have, there's only one reason I got them. It's only because I noticed it. And we'll see that in a moment. I love this casting. I actually wish they still used it. I want to say the last time this got used, God, I don't know. I want to say it was like maybe almost 15 years ago, honestly. But such a good casting. Always loved this one since it debuted. And if you're wondering, these are not real riders. These are what were called the Pro Circuit wheels. It's just a wheel with it. It's similar to like what else uses wheels like these? Kind of similar to what Johnny Lightning constantly uses for their hard plastic wheels. It's just you got the tire piece, and then you got a little wheel cap here that goes on over covers the axle and all that. So these wheels actually started in 91 or so in what was called the Pro Circuit line. That's why they're probably kind of colloquial. Is that the word? Colloquially? Whatever. They just kind of became called the Pro Circuit wheels. They either have the 6-spoke version or a 5-spoke version. That one has 6. All right, so next up, these West Coast Customs line. This was, at least these two. We got a year. It's way in the bottom here. 2003 for these ones. What year is these ones? Also 3, okay. So these 2003 or 2004. I don't know exactly when. Probably earlier, late 03, early 04. We got these. Well, it says 69 Chevy Impala. You know your cars, you know that's definitely not a 1969 Chevy Impala. It's a 1959 Impala. Can I actually open this without killing myself? Maybe? Go this way. Go the other way. There we go. Alright. So actually, so the 59 Impala, the casting itself, originally did not debut like this. Like the front end, I mean, they actually used to be a little more detail in the metalwork up there above the grill. But over the years, it's just kind of, if we strip this down, you would actually be able to see it. But I know over the years, it's just kind of worn down and it looks goofy now. Because they still do use this casting. Anyway, debuted as 59 Impala in 97, but you can see here, 59 Bel Air. In 2002, they ended up retooling it a little bit. So the original 59 Impala, again, I forgot to grab one to show the differences here, but the original 59 Impala was done as a hardtop, not a post car, and had fender skirts on it. In 2002, they ended up retooling it without the fender skirts and obviously putting the post in. They called it a Bel Air, and it was kind of based on one of the designer. I think he was a designer. He worked for Mattel somehow, and they kind of based it off his own car. If you look up Redphin, Redphin, you'll see what we mean. But the 2002 release in red was kind of based on his actual car. You can see these Real Rider wheels. We have not seen these in a long time. These are primarily only used in this Whips line. I don't think even Super THs had at least this wheel. There was a 6-spoke that did get used on Super Treasure Hunts later on. But this wheel in particular, I am pretty sure it's pretty much just used on this Whips line, which is kind of a shame, at least for a few of them. It's not just this wheel. There's a 5-spoke on a car here. We'll see. That I actually really like, and I wish they could use again. Yeah, so here is, at least as they're calling it, 59 Chevy Impala. It is like I said, it is the Bel Air casting, at least back in the time, but definitely a neat little release. Even though that side doesn't want to roll too well. Not sure, where's it rubbing? It's rubbing on something. Yeah, whatever. A little pressure, it will roll. So there's that one, and then next up we got the one in green. So this is the 6-spoke wheel that debuted for this in this Whips line and all. That did end up getting used later on, like as Super Treasure Hunts and all that. But I believe this wheel got used on the red Enzo Super Treasure Hunt and the '69 Chevy truck. Might have been another one. I'm not really sure off the top of my head. But yeah. Here's this one. Actually, can you see? Yeah, you can see the detail in the metalwork there above the grill a little better on this one. And like I said, unfortunately, the newer releases of this casting, it kind of got. I don't know if we strip them down, it might still be there, but it's definitely not as prevalent with paint nowadays. Just another cool little release. All right, so next up, other 59 Caddy. We'll go ahead and look at this 59 Caddy convertible. And the reason I got these is because the only reason I got these is I really don't care for this casting. This actually had 2 wheel variations I didn't realize until I actually saw them in person. So I said, screw it, I grabbed them. As you can see at Walmart, these were $388 originally. Let's see, can we get this open? This one. Go that way. There we go. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. These are wrapped up in a case like this. So these are taped together. So the first one here, hopefully I can, the rubber band didn't screw these paint up on these too bad. That to the side. All right, I think that one, nice little bit here, one moment. That cleaned up okay. So here is the 59 Impala convertible. This is casting. Originally debuted in what, 89. So it originally came out in 90 or 91. Actually, I was surprised. Yeah, I was surprised to see an 89 copyright on that. You can see this one is really narrow compared to the later one. And just comparing the two, you can definitely, I assume you can tell why I much prefer the later custom hardtop one more than the convertible. But this one, as we can see, has this 5-spoke wheel. I think this wheel got used on Super Treasure Hunts at some point too. I wish they still had this wheel to use. It's a bummer that they don't. I do really like it. There's that one, but the other one has that 6-spoke on it. Hell. Weird freaking packaging. All right. Yeah, this one open here. Okay. Pull the rubber. Ew, this one's actually gonna be. This one's gonna be fun. Into the garbage over there. Okay, so the one in the back wasn't there. But this one. Oh man, these wheels don't want to roll. They're like too big for the car. I wonder if this was first and they realized that, so then they swapped out to the 5-spoke. I really don't know. I have no idea. So this was a time when I wasn't really paying attention to much outside of the main lines, especially because 2003, 2004, I was in college at the time, so Hot Wheels were kind of not a priority for me. That's all. I'd have to look that up. Let's see here. Damn it. So I might need to mess with this off camera a bit. See if I can get it cleaned up. Actually, it seems to be coming off okay. Kind of. Maybe. Okay, so we got that. Let's see. Oh, that actually cleaned up pretty good. All right, see? Came right off. No real residue to speak of. So that's good. Yeah, 2 different wheels on this one. And yeah, these ones, are they smaller? Oh yeah, they're definitely bigger. So only slightly, but you can definitely tell they are a bigger wheel. So that must be what I wonder if that's what happened. Like the 6-spoke came out first, and they realized, oh, this thing is not rolling at all. It's way too big for the damn car. So then they ended up putting these smaller 5-spokes on it. Yeah. I still hate this casting. Alright, next up, go over here to these West Coast Customs. We got the Mercedes SL 55. Obviously, they're both floating around in there because packaging sucks. I really hope, pretty sure they learned the lesson to not do it this way anymore. I have no idea which ones actually came first. These or if like those 59 Impalas came first. I honestly do not know. that out of here. All right. Don't mind. I'm gonna keep these blisters. They actually come in handy. That's what, 2, 3, 4. I got another one somewhere. I'm gonna save here. Sorry, one moment. It's on my mind. I gotta pull the shit out of here. Or not. I'm gonna get it. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. All right. Anyway, so here is SL55. So there's a few of these Mercedes they came out with a few Mercedes castings at the time that ended up only being used. They never got used in the main line. This one being one of them. And the only kind of like quote unquote cheap one that came out was a from the birthday series cars that they would sometimes do as Walmart exclusives. There was one in that. There was one in that series. Funny enough, with a metal base. That was, I think, the only time this casting ever got like normal mainline wheels. I know it's the only time it never got used in the mainline. And yeah, just a few of these weird Whips releases, and that was it. Gonna disappeared once they lost their Mercedes license. So definitely looks a little goofy with these wheels, but interesting time for Hot Wheels. So the next one is this one in like this grayish green or greenish gray or something. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Anyway. Pop that out of here, get the car out. Actually, we'll go ahead and dump all of that. Damn it. Okay, that one I can save. That'll be the garbage one. All right. So anyway, here's that greenish gray one. So interesting casting. Like I said, there are metal-based versions of it. If you saw it in the remember many videos ago, I opened a couple Chevelles that were in almost like an oil can package. I had like the giant plastic wheel in the back. There are metal-based versions of this casting that got used in a package like that as well. I don't know what wheels and crap that one was. So there's that Mercedes. All right, next up, we'll open up these last two here. We got West Coast Custom 63 Lincoln. Let's see, original. Don't know what the original price was. This actually has a clearance sticker on it. Clearance price is $299. As I do know. Here. Get this Lincoln out of there. All right, good. Just that. And save the package. So there's 63 Lincoln convertible, West Coast Customs, with this 6-spoke wheel. I'm not really much a fan of either of the 6-spoke wheels. Like I said, I really like that 5-spoke on that 159 convertible. But whatever, we get what we get. So, just love the color on this one though. Oh, excuse me. Am I good? I think I'm good. All right. Team Bartwell, also the Whips line. We got the Chevy Monte Carlo. This is the Montezuma casting. Oh, Christ. All right, come on. I know this has been rattling around a while, so hopefully this one's not too messed up. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. Actually, we are going to all that into this box. So I am not saving that one. If you're wondering why, these inner blisters that these cars have been coming on, kind of hanging on to them to ship for shipping purposes, but like good way to ship loose cars. All right. Oh my God. Yep. I probably never should have bought this one. Phew, this one's ugly. I love the casting. I love this release, but this one is dirty. Yeah, there's probably no saving this one, honestly. If there is, it's going to take a lot of... Oh yeah, that paint is all sorts of screwed. One moment, I'll show you in a bit. We'll see if I can find another one for sure, but... Oh. You. Let's see. I don't care how this ends up because I am not... This is not going to be part of the collection. It'll be a background car. This thing is rough. I can't get it that way. That's all right. I mean, it is. It's rough. I will end up trying to get another one of these. I love this casting. It's Montezuma. Debuted in 02. I wish they would use it again. I think funny enough, the last time it got used was the only time it ever came with a metal base. 2011 Hot Ones. I'd love to see it come back, especially if they could somehow use that metal base one again. Be perfect for like Boulevard or something. But yeah, so that's going to be a background car, and I will... Oh, that's funny. So when it goes, it's like those stupid freaking RC cars that are only like a couple direction. All right, background car, because we're not messing with that anymore. All right, so next up, back to Team Bartwell. We got this Cadillac Escalade. There is another color of this one. It's like kind of like a goldish color. I'm like, whatever. It's fine, I guess. It's that one I won't like probably hunt down, try to get at all. I won't purposely hunt it down. If I kind of come across it, you know, then okay, cool. I'll probably buy it then. But in this, I'm not gonna purposely go get one. But it is a really nice casting. A little bit. Okay. So here is the Escalade. So not a bad casting, actually a really nice casting, and it's a shame it never really got used in the main line. At least I don't think it. Correction, maybe it did. I think it did. Never mind. Cancel what I said there. No, that's a different casting. So no, this one I don't. Yeah, 03. Yeah, I don't think this Escalade ever got used in the main line. There was a different one that got used. And I think it was a new model in the first edition, and I think in 06, off the top of my head. I gotta clean up the windows a little bit. It's just got like just stuff on it. Clean up the windows later. Cut swabs, that's what they're for. So mess that later, but not a bad casting. Really, really good one. So there's that. And then a couple cars right here. We got the carded ones here. I got loose ones wrapped up over here. So first up, we'll look at from the 03, 02. Well, copyright 02. So 2003, from the preferred line, GM Performance Pars 58 Corvettes. So this preferred line was kind of neat because it ended up doing it was a line to get like a lot of 100% castings in it. I know you saw on the card it did say 100%, but it wasn't all 100% toolings. So it had this 58 vet, which is the normal mainline casting. But then, like I said, you could also get a bunch of 100% line car or 100% toolings in it as well. The collectibles line, the whatever. So just a cool version of the 58 Corvette. And there were for the GM Performance parts. There was another color. Then there was two others from another subset. I don't remember what subset they were from though. And seeing as I have them loose, I won't be able to tell you. But we also had around a year later I think this was Auto Affinity. I never remember what the hell the name of this line was. I think it was Auto Affinity. I got a couple over here that are the same thing. This was a year later, actually. I think it was Auto Affinity. And it was similar like the Preferred. They had like subset stuff, but it was kind of like a continuation of the Preferred line, but had less and less of the 100% toolings used in it. Came out very easily. So this one, we got another Escalade. So this one has what were new eye spokes at the time. I think, yeah, these five spoke wheels, which we still see today. These debuted in that Preferred line. That's kind of neat. So we got another older release with it on there. I definitely need to grab a couple cotton swabs and wipe the windows down. We'll do that there. A neat release of the Escalade. And then just wrapped up here, we've got a few more cars. So I think paired with the purple 58 Corvette, I think this black one was the one paired with it for the GM Performance parts. So, complete with the opening hood. Oh, I'm trying to remember when the hell the last time we even saw this casting was. It's been a while. We kind of need to see it come back. I mean, obviously, if it came back for the main line, it will not have the opening hood. There's actually another version of the casting too, because it has like just a giant chrome engine sticking out of the top. That was how the casting originally debuted. And then for the treasure hunt version, the year later, '96, they had this one with the hood. Here's the black seat. And then you got these yellow and red ones. I just don't remember what the subset was for the preferred line. But I love these releases. And these wheels, they still do kind of use them today, and I wish they would use them more. I love this wheel. It's probably my favorite real rider wheel. So there's that pair, and then we got the other Escalade. Boulevard Bruisers, using these 6-spoke wheels. Kind of annoying, but it's all right. Actually, this one, I wonder what this would have looked like with these wheels. If there's, I'm pretty sure there is a, yeah, of course there's a big one. It's on this one. Kind of wish they put these ones on here. I don't know why. But yeah, it's another neat release of the Escalade. Wouldn't mind this one coming back too. All right, next up, go to NASCAR. Some NASCAR stuff here. So, while Hot Wheels was, they had this NASCAR license. Working with them, because I think it was at the time they were still sponsoring Kyle Petty's car, number 44. Or no, not at this point, because that's the 45. I don't know. They sponsored Kyle Petty in the late 90s, and I think into like 2000, I think it was into 2000. I think 2000 last year, Hot Wheels sponsored Petty in the 44 car. Because then after Adam was unfortunately killed, Kyle took over the 45 car, the Sprint sponsorship. Okay, that's what it was. Anyway, so they would do these theme cars like for different teams. They didn't have all the teams. Not every car would have every team. Usually they were done 4 vehicles. This one being what they called the tail gunner, but without the actual turret gun. It was usually called the Commando. I love this damn truck. Because the truck itself, actually, I think, did debut as... Yes, okay, no. So it did debut as the Tail Gunner 5T. But then, yeah, they in another version back, I think it was in the 1990s when they had that Body Swappers 3-pack. And they had this truck, it was like, and then it's like a police car, and then like this weird sports car thing. And they were designed to where you could swap the bases out. They had one was like an off-road base like this. One was kind of more of a hot rod style base. One was like, just normal non-raked base. And you could swap the pieces around between the 3 bodies. So body swappers. Really cool set. I think most of the cars. I have at least 1 truck loose. I think I have the red hot rod. I think I have 2 of them. And I think I have 1 of the police car. Yeah. They're neat. They were neat to see. And I kind of... The only bummer with this is, like, you try to look in the interior, like... Look at how low. Like, you don't have the dashboard up at the freaking window. But I still love this damn car. I still love this truck. Yeah, so this one is the number 33 Oakwood Homes. This was actually Joe Nemechek's car in 2001. At least that's who the 33 car was that year. That's the 33. Next up here, this should be the 96 McDonald's one. Yes, okay, yep, so it's the 96 McDonald's truck. This one, I think this was Andy Houston. Oh yes, it should say right there on the side. Oh, I gotta look. How does it say? Yep, I was right. Andy Houston was the driver of the 96 McDonald's car that year, and I know it ended up not being a full-time vehicle. And I think he kind of split time between both the second series, Busch series, and Cup series. I know he definitely didn't make every race. I don't know if he actually I can't remember if he actually attempted all of them or not. So there's Andy Houston's car. Then you got the number 45 here. This is Kyle Petty. Because like originally Sprint was going to come on and sponsor. They were sponsoring Adam Petty in the Busch series and whatever. And I think that was the idea. Adam Petty was going to run the 45 car in 2001 and all that. I think Kyle was going to stay in he was either staying in the 44 or he was going to retire. I can't remember. I'm not sure on the whole specifics of that. But, yeah, like 45, the Sprint still wanted to stay in Cup, and then Kyle took over what would have been Adam Petty's car. There's that truck. And then lastly, we got Johnny Benson's number 10 Valvoline. And there's that one. So, and looking at these, you can see how the graphics are nice and crisp and all that. I'm pretty sure these were not pad print at the time. I have a set of tail draggers. I should have brought them out. That would have been cool to show here too. But it'd be cool if they could do this style of deco nowadays, because it would be so much cleaner for Boulevard and car culture and all that. Would love to see that come back, but it probably, unfortunately, won't. All right, next up, we got Suburban. We got the number 5 Kellogg's here. If you know that, you might know that sticker if you're on Whatnot enough. I actually had 2 of these loose already. The guy was throwing them up on Whatnot, and I needed 2 of them. I think I had these 2. Power Team and the 55. I think I have those 2. Don't quote me though. But another casting never used in the main line. It was primarily just a promotion, like uses a promo casting. So not a whole lot of releases of the Suburban for sure. But it is a neat truck. There's that one, and we got this Power Team. I forget what number this was. And I'm popping it open. Number 60. This might not have been a Cup car. They weren't just doing Cup cars at the time for this line. It was mostly Cup cars, but they had some stuff from the lower series as well. Pretty sure this was one of those. Next up, number 40 Sterling Marlin. Why has it got the driver's name? Because he was sponsored by Coors at the time. Kind of can't put beer on a toy, so we get his name instead. You saw that all the time with the NASCAR, at least like the toy level stuff. Back when beer actually sponsored a bunch of drivers, you'd see the blue 2, and or even the black one, black number 2, that Sterling Marlin drove. You'd see that, or not Sterling Marlin, Rusty Wallace drove. You'd see, but they would just have his name all over it. And when Kurt Busch took over the 2 car, same thing. It would just have Kurt Busch's name all over it, in place of the beer brand name. All right, and then lastly, number 55, Square D. This is 02? 99, 2000. Okay, Kenny Wallace. That's right, Kenny Wallace was in the car for 2000. Yeah, Kenny Wallace drove the 55. Yeah, so the 55 and the 33 were owned by the same. It was Andy Petrie Racing. They ended up only ever getting 2 wins. One of them being in that. One of them, they were both in 2001. One was in this Oakwood home. Yeah, Joe Nemechek won in that Oakwood Homes 33 livery, and then Bobby Hamilton Sr. won in the Square D 55 at Talladega in 2001. This is Kenny Wallace's version. I think, yeah, Bobby's paint job was a bit different. So there's those ones. I'll go ahead and these blue ones here, we'll get to them. We'll do them last. How long are we at here? Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm at a long freaking video. All right, anyway, we'll bust through these real quick. So we got this four pack here. I mainly got it for that truck. Hang on, I'm gonna try to power through these real quickly. So they did like a bunch of sets like this. I think they're primarily exclusive to either Kmart, and primarily to Kmart with the figurines. And I think they also had packs like this for remember Ames? Remember Ames store? I know I had a few from there. So I'm just gonna pull the truck out of here. Sorry about this being so damn long. There we go. Pull the rest of that crap off with the blister later. I just want to show off the 76 truck. Alright. Unical 76. Earnhardt's number 3. Alright. I think part of the reason they could do that, I'm pretty sure this is basically a Chevy square body truck. Anyway, go ahead. We got we got a special delivery from the Auto Affinity line. We got the 8 crate, which is essentially a what do you call it? Essentially a mid-late 50s Ford wagon. Love these releases. I just wish these were metal bases. They did end up giving this one a metal base for 2010 Garage. So, yeah. So there's that one in the, what is it? Oh, just special delivery, auto parts livery. Then you got one just more of a custom in red and kind of a cream white color. Alright, anyway. Or here is that one with the deep dish wheels. All right, and we got preferred line from Ford, just Ford series, yeah. Custom 50s Ford wagon. which is still just the 8 crate. Curious. Nope, it is different. Okay. Got pinstriping on the hood. It is different than the later releases of the car. Nice sharp looking one there, and then one in just red and white. There's that 8 crate. All right, and then lastly, we got these kind of weird blue ones. So this blue, at the time, in 03 and 04, they started doing these chase models in their premium lines. Instead, so the treasure hunts of the higher upper scale lines, and they would just do the cars in this. I think they just called it electric blue. And the cars would just be painted in this color. They wouldn't, the bothersome thing, at least to me, like they wouldn't put like this one shouldn't. I think the normal release of it had taillight deco and stuff like that, but they would not put any deco on them other than like this one has the Dodge logo on the side there. They just left it's just the electric blue, and that was it. A really good blue. So that's the 68 Dart. And we got 58 Thunderbird from Cool and Custom. I actually still need the normal versions of this one. I love this casting. They used it a few years ago. I would love to see them use it more though. Here's the 58 Impala, or 58 Thunderbird. Such a good casting. Such a really, like I said, really good casting. I think this debuted for that line too. Yeah, 03. So, just a really, really good casting. They really need to use it more. Alright, and then lastly, Cadillac Escalade EXT. Another casting from these lines that just never really got used outside of these premium lines. It got, like, the last time it did get used was for Holiday Hot Rods in 2009 or 2010. I can't remember exactly which year. One of the two. But really good casting. They got the big old 10 spokes on this one. But a really, really nice casting that I wish they used more often. I still need, like, there's the normal versions of this one too. I love this casting. Would love for them to bring it back, preferably all with the whole metal body and all that, and not the way they did it in the over at Matchbox, and they really cheapened it. This one would be sweet to come back though. But that will do it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for sticking around for almost 50 minutes here. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.